Hi everyone, welcome back. And for today, anyone who's ever gone through it before will tell you that buying a house can be and feel like a lot of work. So we broke it down into a super simple to follow home buying timeline checklist. And we're going to start about a year out from actually purchasing the home and kind of break it into quarterly segments of how to get yourself through that 12-month period and all the way through to the finish line and with the keys to your new home in hand. So let's get going. Okay, so starting at about a year out, you really want to check your credit score. And so you can get a free credit score pretty much anywhere nowadays. But there was a Trade Commission study that showed that 1 in 4 Americans actually identified errors on their credit report, and 5% of those errors could have led to higher rates for loans. So it's important to just avoid anything blindly going into the home buying process so you know ahead of time. So get ready and download that credit report. And next you want to determine how much you can afford. There are a lot of online tools where you can do this, but basically the banks are looking for like around a 43% debt to income ratio. And that means that the sum of all your debts divided by the sum of all your income is less than or equal to 43%. And that way you can ensure that you are actually at a place where the bank is safe to loan the money to you. So that's just important to know ahead of time. And then considering the down payment. So the 20% is generally accepted as a down payment for most conventional loans. And that can give you a lot better rates using that 20% down payment. So it's really good to shoot for that if you can. But if not, there are a lot of first-time homebuyer programs as well as low down payment programs that can help you with a lesser down payment. So like say up to a 3.5% down payment for an FHA loan. And some 0% down payments for VA loans, etc. So it's just important to like consider how much you want to put down for your down payment, and then start getting that money shuffled around and set aside, and make sure it maintains a spot in a bank for a period of time. Banks like to see that you've had like stability with the money, and the money didn't just get deposited in the account like 5 minutes ago. So that'll kind of improve your chances there as well. About 9 months out from your prospective move date, you kind of get to start doing some of the fun stuff, I think, and start like kind of doing your own little research into the different neighborhoods, different areas that you might enjoy living in, and you kind of get to start drawing a feel for the type of house that you would like to live in, as well as maybe compiling a list that includes your needs and your wants for the new property. You definitely want to look into starting a home maintenance account, just making sure that you have money set aside so that when you do get into your new home, there are no surprise expenses that put you out, and you're still able to, work through and maintain the home properly, and start budgeting for those closing costs and the miscellaneous expenses that come up at the close of the sale. So just starting to recognize that there will be some unforeseen expenses possibly, as well as those that will pertain to the closing of the loan. So make sure to keep those things together there. About 6 months out from your prospective move date, I would very, very much recommend researching and hiring a buyer's agent. We'll be doing a video, and when I do finish the video, I'll put the link in the description below. But just on the buyer's agent and the value of the buyer's agent, you don't pay the buyer's agent out of your pocket. So it's really, really valuable to you. They have a ton of information and knowledge about neighborhoods, markets, negotiation, all kinds of stuff. So do hire a buyer's agent. And about 6 months out is a good time to start looking into doing that. And I would allot probably a week or two in that process, but hire somebody who you believe can do the job for you the best is what I recommend on that. And start collecting your loan paperwork. So there are a bunch of documents that are required in the loan process. So in order to make it really smooth for yourself, it's nice to have that all set aside and ready to go straight ahead. So we're talking like W-2s, pay stubs, tax returns for 2 to 3 years. If you're an independent business, there are some other requirements from that, but you can talk to your realtor about that as well. if you have any retirement account statements, past addresses, stuff like that. So having that all together will really help you move through the loan process a little bit faster. Time is flying now, and you're like 3 months out from your prospective move date. So you have a lot going on as far as leaving where you're currently living and moving into the new place. But as far as focusing on this checklist, really right now you want to make sure you have a really solid pre-approval from a respected lender. So a really good lender who's done a lot of home loans will know how to get the loan closed properly. They know how to keep the process smooth and streamlined, and they are generally just a lot easier to work with. So you might lean a little bit on your realtor for recommendations on that, or find someone that you've used in the past. But now you get to really start actively shopping for your new home. So with your pre-approval letter in hand, you know where your actual window is for shopping and prices. This information, your realtor armed with this information will be able to take you to open houses, private showings, and you'll probably get to start making offers on homes right now. So this is the most exciting part, because now you're truly picking the spot where you and your family are going to call a home. So that's going to be pretty amazing. So once you do get an offer in and get that offer accepted, you'll defer to your realtor's recommendations, but you'll most likely be making a home inspection or doing a home inspection on the home there. So now you're right at the end. You'll probably be needing to get homeowners insurance to make sure that everything is covered when you come to the closing, as well as print out a cashier's check for the closing costs. Most times you won't be able to use a personal check or cash at this time, so it'll need to be like a cashier's check. And you'll be doing your final walkthroughs for the property. And then finally, after all of your hard work, you'll be getting the keys to your new home and getting started on your new life there. Thank you so much for coming and watching my video on the home buying timeline checklist. I hope that you learned something and this makes your movement into your either first time or next time home buying experience a lot smoother. If you do want a physical copy of the checklist, send me an email at yucaipavalley@gmail.com, and I'll happily just email you the Excel document that you can check off yourself. So besides that, don't forget to subscribe if you like my videos. Stay tuned for the buyer's agent video that'll be coming up, and I'll have the link here. And we will see you next week for the next one. Thanks, bye.